Wildcard fucked up because they did something and they didn't understand the implications. So today they announced that on July 30th they're going to be announcing a balance pass. Blah, 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 blah. The only thing that's important is... So 636 damage, 541, 668, 550. So this is the pack leader. 542. They're both mate boosted. I'm gonna use the one with 541 melee because it's the closest. Oh, it's a huge difference. Okay. It's good for killing unsaddled dinos. You got me. Pack Allo leader is good. Yes, yes, very good. Okay. Nice. So nice. Let's do a more comparable thing. Ooh. $636. 668. So, you say, oh, it's made boost and imprint and it's the same base damage, okay. So the pack Allo and the Carno is the same thing according to the wild card. Nice. Except it's not after this update. So the 50% extra damage is like, yeah, sure, it's 50% extra damage. But allow me to demonstrate. Okay, so you have your repairs theorem. Okay, the HP is not that good. I'm gonna unclaim it. And I'm gonna take the pack Allo. And it's gonna do the yoink. 172 damage. I'm gonna take the pack Carno. I'm gonna do 164 damage. That's a armor reduction, okay. And I'm gonna do this one. What? 213? But that's double the damage. Okay, so you see, 164 versus that much, whatever amount. This is the pack leader, it has 50% extra damage. Okay. So, like, that's with the 20 armor saddle. These things don't have exceptionally high melee. Right. Cool. So imagine this Parasitarium has a 100 armor saddle. And now imagine that you have 3 of these bad boys and they have 30% armor penetration. Right? Oh. So basically, effectively, I'm not sure how to calculate saddle armor. I've looked into it and I can't figure it out for the life of me. Because each dino has a different coefficient, right? But basically how it works out is that you can say that against armored players and armored dinos, Carnos effectively receive a 30% buff with their primary attack. Okay, so why does that matter? Ark's the PvE game. Why do people play PvP? PvP is so boring. Well, okay. If you factor in that the update makes it so that they can bleed with the right-click attack, which is this. That's all I said. They said it's going to add a bleed attack, and then it's going to add armor penetration. No pack. Alright, so factor that in. Fighting a Parasitarium will be a breeze for one Carnal as long as it doesn't get stomped out or erased because they have a low health pool. But at the same time, you got to realize, I can do this. This is the right-click attack. I'm running around spamming it. Look at the stamina drain. It's not that fast. It has the same base damage as the primary attack. On the Allo, it's 10 less on the secondary attack. Also at the same time, I'm going to hit the right-click right now. Look at the stamina bar. So this is 561 stamina. Alright. I'm going to spam the right-click attack while sprinting. Because I can do that. I'm holding H so you can see the stamina drain. I just leveled this, so it has 630 stamina. I can't sprint while I'm using this. Look at the stamina drain. It's going very fast. Not only that, I can't move while I'm bleeding, and the bleed damage is the same. The bleed attack base damage is lower. Only the alpha can get the bleed attack. And you can't use it when you're stammed out. I'm going to stand this one out as fast as I can. Just to show you that you can still use the attack when it's stammed out. Wildcard. What you've basically done, right, as I've said in my previous video, the Allo is a Carno reskin. Now it is literally a Carno reskin. Now, I did have some arguments with some PvE players, and they made some valid points. The Allo has a higher health pool, and the Allo's faster. But Why does it matter if I can just do this? He's like, oh, it's your 200k HP dino. It's just gonna keep bleeding, buddy. I'm just gonna hit you once every 10 seconds, and then I'm just gonna hit you with the primary attack, which ignores 30% of your armor, bro. And when I have 1k damage, it's not gonna matter, especially when I made boosted imprint and I have 5 of these. It's not gonna matter. So why would you buff the Carno and not buff the Allo? You literally just made Allos basically a secondary bleeding dino, because you need 2, see, 2 to bleed. Like, your patch notes are very unclear, right? If that's all you're doing, if all you're doing is adding 30% armor penetration and bleed attack, you've made this useless. Because I can't move. It has insanely high stamina drain, and I need 2. And the second one is now effectively worse than a Carno. Carno is better than a Pack Allo. Pack Allo worthless. It's only useful at all if you have it imprinted and mate boosted. Like, I'll admit, I've been breeding Allos because I want Allos to get buffed. Because I thought someday Wildcard's going to make Allos good again. No, they did not make Allos good again. No. They're like, you know what? Let's make Carnos good. Yeah, Carnos need a buff. Cool. You've made them replace Allos, essentially. People are going to be like, Wildplash, you're an idiot. You're a really big idiot because you can't use Carnos to do boss fights. Yeah, I don't care if you can't use Carnos to do boss fights. So why don't you use Rexes like a normal human being like everyone else in the game? Or Rhinos. Like, I'm a solo player and use Rexes, but they take too long. Okay, you're playing on PvE. What's going to stop you from logging in and having feeding troughs full? Like, you don't need good Rexes to do boss fights on official PvP. We've been doing them the same way for the past 3 years, and Rexes just get better, so it just makes it easier. How on PvE are players not able to use Rexes to do boss fights? I need Allos. Easy to raise. You're playing on something where you're literally not actively getting, like, attacked. Like, what is possibly stopping you from using Rexes over Allos? Next thing, it's like, PvP players are like, oh, Plath, you're the thing, you want buff Allos because you breed them. It's like, yeah, I'll admit, I have 913 melee on hatch. I have 13.3k HP on hatch, but that's pointless. Because you're not mad at the HP and bleed facts like it matters, okay? Cool. You can use Deinonychus to bleed. Now you can use Carnos to bleed. And it's like, well, if Wildcard does it wrong, what they'll basically do is Carno and Allo bleed are the same, so you can't stack them together. If you can't stack them together, alright. I can see Allos being still useful. Not as useful as Carnos, though. Because now any Carno can bleed. Why would I sit there with multiple Allos just to bleed one dino? You have cryo timers. It takes 10 minutes to throw out 2 Allos if you're by yourself. Carno, you usually just throw one out and you can start bleeding. So when somebody goes to soak your cave with turtles, you just sit there on Carno and be like, I'm Carno, I bleed. Me attack. You dead. With Allo, he's like, oh, I gotta throw out one, wait for the second one. Where my other Allo? Like, if you can't stack the bleed, it's pointless. If you can stack the bleed, this is what people are gonna do. They're gonna be like, I'm on my parents' terrarium soaking these turrets. Oh my god, there's an Allo, Carno, and Deinonychus. Time to stop. Please don't bleed me. I'm dying so fast. 15% of my HP is gone. Whoa. And then people are gonna bitch. And then you say, nerve bleeding dinos, you can't stack it. It's too broken because you can stack it. And then Wildcard's gonna do that. They're gonna do just that. It's like, now no longer bleed effects can stack. So now, effectively, no one will use Carnos anymore on PvP. Because you can't stack it. Because you can just use Deinonychus, because it stacks. And Deinonychus are, like, super broken right now. So people have been bleeding the hell out of them. No one's going to breed Allos. No one's going to bleed Carnos. So Wildcard, think this through. Are you going to do what people are going to complain about all the time and just keep rebalancing the game in the wrong ways? And can I get an answer, please? Why did you decide to literally give Carnos the same exact things that Pack Allos have? Like, not Allos in general, Pack Allos. They're literally Pack Allos by themselves. Not only that, I'm sure PvE players will start complaining when they start getting attacked by wild Carnos that are UD buff. It's like some PvE player running around on his PvE dire bears and be like, Carnos are a cinch. And then they start destroying him because they start bleeding his bear, can't move, loses 5% of its health really fast. They have 30% armor penetration, so they just start destroying it because they have mate boost and they have the UD buff. Like, that's 53% extra damage, bro. When you have 5 of them doing that, you're gonna die real fast. Wildcard, please. Tell me, in what world did you think that was a good idea? You're gonna have me complaining because I want Allos buffed, and you're gonna have PvE players complaining because Allos or Carnos are too strong now. So, please, someone from Wildcard, give me a direct answer. Are you going to buff Allos? Yes or no? Are you going to keep Cardinals the way they are? Yes or no? Are you going to make it so bleed effect can't stack? Yes or no? Because, like, the way it's going, right, you're making these auxiliary dinos even more worthless. It's like, you're basically saying, oh, you know what? This one Mega Tribe and Arc complained about this one thing specifically, so we're going to do something about it. And we're going to do something that's going to make a lot of people unhappy. But you know what? It made that tribe happy, so we're happy because they're the player base. Because we only talk to one group of people, and they say they represent the player base. God bless Wildcard. God fucking bless. By the way, thanks for making Tech Gauntlets useful in the Lunar Biome. You can do this.